All right, we are live. I put Samantha up first, so she's running the show tonight. But if you didn't read the description below for the link tonight, we are not doing a normal Saturday sip along because a couple of reasons. But one is we left the road mics in Kentucky, and I'm getting them back Monday. Tracking saying they're going to be here. Post office to post office, COD. I have to go pick them up, and then we'll have dual audio. I'm just on my Mac computer's mic, which works good for one person, but if you get two people in here, it doesn't work so hot. So, we need the dual mics to do a show here in the studio. The other thing is I did order a shotgun mic for my camera because we ran into some issues when we were shooting the documentary film. The other reason I didn't want to really do a show tonight is because my head is splitting like a cord of firewood. I just took a BC powder because I've spent almost 30 hours editing, like 27. I think I edited up earlier. I've spent 27 hours since we've been back from Kentucky editing the documentary footage. It is just a hell of a task. But if you didn't notice, I did post a teaser trailer out there on YouTube, but I will play it here. I did upload the teaser trailer. So this is the teaser trailer for the upcoming documentary film.
So we source all our grains from one farm, Walnut Grove Farm out in Shockoe, Kentucky. It's a family farm, 6 generations have been producing grain.
Our goal is to meet all the specs that our distillery customers want.
Well, I think the thing that we'd like to point out about Walnut Grove Farms is that kind of our tagline is growing agricultural value chains.
When he cranked up the distillery, he very wisely named after it a local landmark and incorporated some local history into it, which us folks that are interested in that sort of thing have encouraged very vigorously. Yeah.
All right, and that was that. And if you missed it, if you were just coming in, it's out there on my channel on YouTube. You can go give it a little watch. And it's just a 1 minute, 2 second little trailer is all. I am sipping on beer tonight. So how's everyone else doing?
Well, I got a little story.
Okay.
Wife and I went to Zaxby's for lunch today. And the lady at the counter, we ordered our food, we sat down and everything. This lady was so nice and so helpful. I couldn't believe it. I mean, she did it, got us Cokes and everything. So I went over to tip her at the end and she wouldn't take it. She shoved it back in my face. She said, "That's just what I do." And I was so impressed with that.
Oh, good. And that's a Zaxby's.
Yeah, Zaxby's.
All right.
Don't usually. But yes, she was very nice.
Awesome. I've never had anyone have problems taking a tip from me.
Yeah, me neither.
What's up, Peppers?
How you doing?
All right, man. I was in your neck of the woods, man.
I know it. About 3 hours away, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you're ever heading down that way, I would highly suggest stopping and getting a bottle of that stuff.
I'm gonna do that because I'm kind of interested in it.
Man, I'm telling you right now, two of the best bourbons on my shelf, it's sitting right between them. It is. Now, there's a lot that goes into that bourbon, but it's what's it, 70 something dollars for the cask strength. Is what it is. It's 60 something for the bottled and bond. Worth every penny and more, but it is craft. But he uses
This is what
12% malted barley in that.
Oh, cool.
It's a wheater, but it's corn, wheat, and malted barley. But he uses a pretty high malted barley count.
Mhm.
Man, it gives it some really good notes, and it
there's
is.
like a coin right here that some guy sticks on each bottle
Oh, cool.
by hand.
Yeah, they glue it on there, and they get the caps and all. But they took a lot of care. And if you watch the documentary that's coming out, you'll see what the grade corn and all grain and all that he uses. They put a lot into that. It's a higher quality than most people are going to get their hands on.
Well, just to get all that from one farm means a lot there. So
Yep. And they are like the grade 1 corn has to be less than 2% like foreign material besides the kernels, and they get theirs down below 0.5%.
wow.
I mean, when you look at that corn, it looks like you could freaking just suck on it, right there coming out of that cleaner. I mean, it's just golden,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I show a shot of it in the documentary of him reaching in and grabbing it and showing it, but it just doesn't do it justice unless you're there in person.
It really doesn't.
Every little kernel was like glowing. You could see yourself in them.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
so
was fun. I think we had a good time. It was a lot of work. I mean, we were hustling all day, every day.
Man.
on our way up there, he promised me a bourbon tasting and a pizza.
Huh.
We got up to the place. I thought they had a big pizza oven, just this little teeny thing for one pizza.
One piece at a time. Yeah.
We never did get one.
No, I didn't want the pizza. But I did try the bourbon while we were there that first time, and it was fantastic. So
Man. I might have to try it.
I tried something called a red, white, and bourbon. It tasted like a mint julep.
Oh,
Nice.
Really
I
good.
don't bastardize my bourbon.
Crazy Ann.
I do that to rise.
So yeah, everybody was really nice up there. Kind of
Yeah, no, we had a great time.
on the first day, but well,
Oh crap! I got to go back and edit the documentary. I forgot to include us in the bar.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I forgot to include that clip. It'll be easy. I'll just slide stuff over and put it in there.
okay.
yeah. We got some pretty good pictures, and I can't wait to see how you put that weed in there.
Oh, you'd be shocked how well that turned out. There's a thing in Adobe Premiere Pro called warp stabilization.
Mm-hmm.
So if the camera's moving just a little, you can use warp stabilization, and it goes through and it just steadies everything. and it may drift like barely, but you can't even tell anymore, and that wheat and corn is just blowing in the wind. I mean, you can't even. I spliced two corn videos together, and the problem with that is you couldn't even tell the camera was moving. But what Adobe did with warp stabilization is it took the starting point and the ending point and made it move so slow across there that you couldn't even tell it was moving. But when I put the other video to it, it goes jerk. And then it does it again. But it worked out.
That's too bad. I thought you were going to use those like that. So they'd be in the video, kind of just a part where they're waving a little bit.
Well, okay, so it's difficult to know what B-roll you're going to use. So when I'm going back through and I'm listening to the interview, and Sam goes, the main thing is the corn, the varieties of corn, and whether it's GMO or non-GMO, and they're trying to do, what the distilleries want. And he's talking about corn. That's when I put the corn just sitting there in the breeze,
It's cool.
So it's a cutaway. Hello, Kathy Bates.
Hello, Kathy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. What do you say
Hey.
GMO was?
Hello.
Oh, genetically modified.
Right, that's GMO. But what he was saying is non-GMO corn is better, but it's harder to produce,
And more expensive.
and you can't get a big yield off of it. So most distilleries, larger ones, are going to go with GMO.
Kind of reminds me of Soylent Green. Genetically modified.
Well, and there's arguments about GMO versus non-GMO and all that, but we've been genetically modifying vegetables and fruits for thousands of years. What a strawberry is today is nothing like what was growing on this earth. And one way to genetically modify something is to put it close to another plant and let it cross pollinate. I mean, and that's a natural thing, but it happens in peppers. If you put a hot pepper next to a mild pepper, it's gonna reduce the heat of the hot pepper and increase the heat of the mild pepper just from cross pollination.
Yep. If you have a jalapeno next to a reaper.
Oh, you're gonna have a hot ass jalapeno.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like the whole thing where Joe's in his own place, and
That's
I kind of like that.
I do too. I can sit
Yeah.
here and stretch my arms out.
Well, it's just looks nicer that way, though.
Yeah, well, the reason that we were doing it here is because I get bourbons down from the shelf. We pour them, we try them, we talk about them. So he needs to be nearby, or I have to use my sample bottles to pour him samples ahead of time.
Tonight I had the exact same bottle of bourbon, so we could have done
Yeah,
that.
but I'm not drinking bourbon today. Woo. And right between my shoulder blades is killing me, and now the little powder I took there earlier is helping my headache. So, but I just overdid it. It's sort of like somebody who wants to go running and they're not used to running that far and they try to do twice the miles and they hurt all over. I shouldn't have spent 30 hours in 2 days editing a video.
Oh, there's a bunch of people coming up. Yeah, so tell everybody where that teaser video is again.
Well, it's on my YouTube channel. I posted it earlier.
Make sure everybody
it's 1 minute long. I mean, it is what it is.
That was a good one though. He's good.
I'm pretty good with Adobe
Premiere Pro, man. He's a pro.
Shit. That's why I have to look up a video every freaking time I want to figure out how to do something because I'm I'm an excellent YouTube user.
That's what the Bible is there for. And the YouTube Bible is there for.
Well, I'm subscribed, no notifications to there's a couple of like professional YouTube channels. I'm talking about like whole studio setup, professional shit. And these guys are in the industry and they use Adobe. And so those are the ones I go to. Not, Chip and Jeff over here trying to do something on Twitch or whatever it is. What's up, Chad? Oh,
Chadale. I'm all right. My stomach's not happy, but I'm okay.
Uh-oh.
Why? What'd you do to yourself?
I did
Are
the
you sick?
Elijah
Oh,
Extreme, regret reserve, and it put me down. I took a nap for an hour and a half earlier. Got me good. It was tasty. I mean, I'll definitely use it in food. Like that's one I'm like, yeah, that I could definitely put in food and it'll give it some heat. But doing the shot of it, I did put it in the shot glass and downed it.
Ugh.
You have something on your belly?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of bubble gut going on now. I had discomfort for about 2 hours, and then I was fine for about 3, and now it's just like the end is near, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Peppers knows what's up. It was
I know. Yeah, been there.
it was fun. That way I did it to myself, and I'm gonna do more.
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone doing?
good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good and better.
Oh yeah, I was lurking,
True.
listening in, and man, editing just takes it out of you, doesn't it, man? Holy crap!
Well, yeah, and I don't have the best posture of anyone in the world.
I don't either.
I hunch while I'm editing, and then I stand up and these two vertebrae right here go, "Hey, buddy, what the hell are you doing?"
Oh yeah, when I'm editing, I do this when I'm editing. I lean way forward, so I know what you're talking about. Your back is just kind of going like that, and after a while, you're like, you stand up, you're like, uh-oh, everything hurts.
Yeah, I woke up. I sleep on a wedge. It's a medicinal wedge thing for heartburn or whatever. And I have a bed that raises, the feet raise. It'll massage you. It'll do everything but wipe your butt. But I was laying there one night and I had my arm. I usually have my elbow down. There's a hole in the wedge up there, And one night I pulled my arm out like there, and I woke up and I don't know how long it had been out there, but when I went to bend my arm, it wouldn't bend, and I was like, ah.
Oh yeah.
Sam's laughing at something.
Anne's being a freaking difficult
Uh-huh.
asshat.
Anne's being Anne. I had that happen with my brew day with Thrash. Like I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to take the helm on this. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, I can't fully extend my arm. He's like, what'd you do? I said, I slept on my arm wrong 3 nights in a row. And it was just like, it hurt so bad.
Down.
She saw I was here. She said, nope.
Mm-hmm. Is that what it was?
I'll do a little. I have a little smidgen of bourbon left from the Chattanooga, so I'll probably do that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The single barrel, it's good. I like it.
I might get brave enough for bourbon here in a little bit. I just make sure my head's all right.
I'm just making sure my insides are okay right now.
I'm gonna end up taking a little drive and get me a bottle of that.
It is really, 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 really good.
Which one, the Chattanooga single barrel? Or
you
were talking about earlier? Yeah.
Where they went?
Yeah.
It's Dueling Grounds
Dueling Grounds.
Distillery, and the bourbon is Lincoln Pinch.
Okay. Is it a long drive for you, Peppers, or nah? Is it a long drive for you over there, or not really?
About 2.5 hours, maybe less.
Not terrible.
About it took us about 8 to get there.
Oh, yeah, you're up in North Carolina, so yeah, that's a trek.
Yeah, a little trick.
Yeah.
About 3 to Nashville. So it'll be, yeah.
Bullet Rye.
I've heard the Bullet Rye is pretty darn good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try a bullet.
Oh, I went to the grocery store and all they had were 12-ounce cans.
Oh man.
They didn't have a 16-ounce bottle can.
I got beer tonight. It's okay. I won't buy it again, but it's from a new brewery I haven't tried. Not new, but it's a brewery I haven't tried before out of Pueblo,
What is it?
Colorado.
What kind is it?
It's a Pueblo Chili Ale.
Ooh, okay.
So you got the chili flavors without the heat. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's
Well,
6 of them. You're like, I want something different. 1 or 2 is good.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Sam looks bored.
We're sad. We're sad.
Yeah. I just don't drink beer and stouts and shit. I don't do none of that.
Grab
Know
some
anything
whiskey.
about it.
Grab some vodka. I'll do some vodka with you, Sam. There you go.
She
I don't
got
have
pipe.
I haven't had vodka and stouts in years, but I do have some R&R somewhere in the kitchen.
Mm.
Just about it. It's whiskey. I don't know. It's still early for me. It's 3:30.
That's
3:30.
I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot you're 2 hours behind me.
Yeah.
I cracked my first beer open about 10 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
So, that's my whole problem with these little old 12-ounce thimbles. Every time I turn around, they're empty.
Yep.
Little baby kid.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Life is coming to an end.
It's funny.
I have no beer. See, that's priority one, man. I'll check the fridge while I'm sober
Crap.
to see if I need to make a run.
All right.
Emergency. You got no beer. It's an emergency.
BEERUN.
Uh-huh. Good song. I ain't heard that in a long time.
Yep. It's an anthem.
Heck yeah.
It's funny.
Garth and George Jones, man.
Mm,
It kind of
yeah. No, man, we'd play that at the deer camp.
It'd be a perfect song.
Yeah, where we were, it took. Now, mind you, I'm from Southeast Arkansas. I grew up down there, and people tend to think we grew up in these little small towns. We're used to just driving a little bit, here and there. Hell no, you had to drive 40 miles to get to the next, like, civilization. It took us sometimes. I think it took us about 40 minutes to get from the deer camp to the edge of town. And then it was like, where you go from there? And,
Right.
he said emergency was disturbing on the shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't run out of bourbon.
No, I'm sure you don't.
You're good to go, man.
And even with that Lincoln pinch I bought 2 bottles of it. So
Dang, you made sure you had plenty of that.
I like having one open and one unopened.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right now, my Joe had to fall off the face of the earth. But right now, my unopened bottles are not as plentiful. I have been finishing stuff off and bringing my full ones up. There he is. He's back.
Back.
Boom.
Popped out for a second.
Ugh. We leave Sam up in the top left corner because she keeps everything straight.
Oh, yeah.
If something runs off the rails,
When my house isn't completely busy, yeah. Freaking kids, man.
You damn kids.
Colin's putting a lemonade stand up, and I told him, I
Oh,
was trying to help him out a little bit, and he's just so damn stubborn. I'm like, all right, you do it your way, and you're gonna realize that you ain't gonna get nobody.
What does lemonade go with that at a corner now? Like 25
Oh,
cents.
I don't even know.
or-
Well, first of all, if they catch you, the police are going to shut you down if you don't have a permit up here.
Mhm.
What?
They will take a little kid's lemonade stand and tell them, nope, you got to wrap it up.
That is.
You don't have a permit. It's
I mean,
bullcrap.
they threaten that here,
We
but
were able to do it,
That's ridiculous.
but not now. But like, I mean, they don't really care if the cop's cool. He'll just be like, just don't cause
I've
any
seen
trouble.
cops here stop at a lemonade stand, even though they're supposed to technically shut it down.
Right.
They say, oh
They
yeah,
just-
here, you know, kid, you want a quarter? Here's 50 cents. Thanks for the
Yeah.
lemonade. And
Yeah,
it's
He's
like, oh,
charging
that's cool.
$1.
That's probably
He
the
wanted to charge $2, and I said, no, fucking $1.
$1. $1.
I was like, $2 is ridiculous. And he goes, really? I said, that's what I would say. Charge freaking $1 and you'll get more business that way. I guarantee you. If it's cheaper, they'll buy more.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And he was like, okay.
Yep. You'll get more
The
money.
thing- my only thing is get a bigger cup, right? So I bought lemonade from Little Lemonade Stand because in Fort Worth the cops come by, they don't do anything. They just wave, you know.
Yeah.
And
Pop by, yeah.
they just want to make sure parents are there, like they're not out there by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so freaking hot. But we would get out there, and we lived on like a curve in the road. Like we were technically a corner lot, but it was like a big broad corner because this road curved up that way and this one curved into that road. You know, it was like weird. But they would set up on that big curve, and they would just get people driving up and you know getting lemonade. But I was like, we got to have ice, and you know, Yeti cooler keeps the ice from melting too fast. And then I would look over, and they would open the Yeti cooler, get ice out in the cups, turn around, pour lemonade, sell it to people, and then sit back down, and the lid's wide open. I'm like, that damn Yeti's not gonna do crap for you if you don't keep the lid closed.
Right.
They're kids.
That's okay. Live and learn.
Wow.
You're gonna have warm bath water in about 10 minutes in this Texas heat. You know.
Hell yeah.
I bought one of them above ground pools from my backyard when we were in Fort Worth. It's like a 14-foot, 15-foot, whatever, big circle, you know, and it was about 4 foot, 4.5 foot deep, something like that, whatever. And when we first filled it up, and I bought the little saltwater pump thing to go with it to keep it chlorinated and all that. First couple of days you fill it up, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's hot. And we would be throwing bags of ice over in there.
Yep.
But it was a hell of a lot of water. So it was hard to put enough ice in it to cool it.
Yeah, it'll do that. Be like a hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
And kids would get in there when I was first filling it up. And of course, that water's cool, you know, going in there.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, I wish this was a little warmer. I said, wait till tomorrow. And then
Heck yeah, it's like a hot tub, man.
yeah, if I were in Florida or something and had a bird cage, I want the one with like the, you know, they'll shield the pool from direct sunlight.
Hey, Jody, what are you going to do with this?
Throw it away.
What?
It was a damn. So we were in.
A cigar cutter?
It's not.
Okay, it looks like one.
It is supposed to be. It's a novelty item. You can't even, like, if you put it on your finger, the only way it's going to hurt you is if someone can squeeze hard enough to break the bone. It's not going to cut shit. So.
Oh my god! I mean, I've got so many of these cheap cigar cutters.
Yeah.
They work perfect.
Well, that's because one, they're double-sided, okay, and they're sharp.
Mm-hmm.
They're razor sharp in there. This sucker right here is all metal and it cuts good.
Yeah,
Works good, cuts good. I
I've
love
got
it.
a good one I can't find.
We bought that little old cheap thing. I paid $1 for it.
Yep.
Because I didn't have a cutter. And I went to cut my cigar and I was like, and it was doing nothing but like smushing it.
Oh no!
My knife.
I got one of these for free. These are nice. These butterfly ones. Just
Oh, well, those are cool. That's a cool one.
yeah. I think I have a second one here. I don't know where it is somewhere.
I'm gonna have to get a punch. I want one of the I'm just gonna start punching the bottom of the cigar.
Yeah, I think I want to punch because I cut them so little off the bottom, so it doesn't fall apart in my mouth.
Hey, Fulton.
Hey, Fulton.
Oh, I see you there. Sorry, I was just reading a book.
What book?
The
What
Odyssey.
book? There you go.
Toy Story. Oh, wait.
Oh, is that the new
Lightyear.
movie coming out?
It is.
Oh, cool.
Chris Evans.
Throw bags of ice in the pool so it's all floating on top.
Well, yeah, we did that, but I spent like $80 on ice and it still wasn't cold enough.
I saw your documentary, Jody.
Hard to hear you, Fulton. You're going in and out with your audio.
I said it's fantastic, your documentary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was just a teaser.
Let me know if you want to do an interview sometime.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Right now, I don't have the energy.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I haven't been at it all day.
I just got Luna's nails done, and now we got to go to a training tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I am working like crazy. I'm gonna call them Monday. I'm gonna tell Orkin, y'all are doing absolutely nothing for me.
Are you gonna call that other guy?
Can he come in here and make sure that I don't have fucking little tiny black ants crawling all over everything in my game room?
According to him, he can get webs down for you, and
I don't care about webs. I care about these little tiny freaking ants crawling all over everything.
Well, he just said he could do
spray or something.
I think they crawl up in my mouth while I'm asleep at night because I'm never hungry when I first wake up. Have you ever ate ants, Joe?
Chocolate covered ants, yeah.
Yeah. And the crickets and stuff like that. When I was overseas in the not the Middle East, but Southern Asia part, through there, there's a lot of places down in there that have like roasted crickets and ants, but they have like big ass ants, that they get and stuff like that. I don't care anything about I don't have I'm not squeamish about eating bugs, a lot of protein. Especially with they roast crickets and stuff, and then they grind them down and make like cricket meal out of it, like a flour, and then cook with it. I don't see anything wrong with it.
I'll eat almost anything. I'll stop at a cockroach because they had a chocolate covered cockroach down there too.
Ooh, that's nasty. Now that's like, yeah. I mean, I eat catfish. That's about as bottom as. Well, I eat crawfish too, so I can't say that. Crawfish is kind of like the cockroach of the lobster world or something,
Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff. Ants, crickets, worms.
Cockroach is oily though. Yuck.
Phil's got family in. Cool. Spicy's got family in town.
All right. That's always nice. Yeah. It's nice when you can get together with your families.
I can't wait. I get to see mine in 19 days. I'm counting.
Awesome.
I am kind of dreading it, but yeah.
Well, it depends. Like when certain family members come over, I can predict what's going to happen, like all the way through, and we're going to have a good time. Like when my son was here, my parents were here, and we had a good time all the way through. Wasn't any drama. There wasn't any like judgy wudgy was a bear, all that kind of crap. And there's a lot of people that have to realize pretty quick when they come to my house, when they start like telling me things like passive aggressively.
Mhm.
I will take a little of it, but then if you keep going, I will just like walk up to them eye to eye and go, one thing that you need to get straight in your head right now is that I have zero to give,
Mhm.
right? I have none. And this is my house.
Yeah.
I will do what the hell I want to do in my house. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. You know,
My
I don't.
dad's side of the family's always been kind of uppity, and he was the only nomad out of all of them, just not anything like that side. He retired and moved into his RV and explored every fishing hole he could possibly find. That's where he was happy.
Yep.
That's what he was doing. But the rest of them are these big head honcho, like corporate types, and they're very snooty.
See, the problem is
Image is everything to these people. It's just silly.
I mean, I'm not like super high up. I'm not like C-level executive, but I am an executive for a multi-billion-dollar global insurance company.
Yeah. But you wouldn't think that if you met you, because you're so humble and down to earth.
It's like I act a certain way at work, and it's not looking down my nose at anybody. It's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever. We have to get
Your
work
company
done.
hat on. Yeah.
Right. I put the company hat on. It's like we used to call it church voice, I don't go dropping F-bombs in meetings, but I go in and we get work done and I motivate the team and then we move along. You don't have to be a snobby shit to be an executive.
No.
You shouldn't be.
Mm-mm.
And sadly, people get that crossed all the time.
Yep.
But this will be the first time I've seen any of these people, and I want to say 13 years. Yeah, it's been 13 years since I've seen any of them. Like my uncles, aunts, grandma, dad's whole side. I haven't seen none of them.
Yep.
Or
and I'll
talked
tell
to
you
them.
this too, being on my level, there's plenty of folks above me. They're cool too. Some of these senior vice presidents and things I deal with all the time, they're not like that. They're down to earth people. When we're, doing our like one-on-one meetings and stuff. Now, when we get in a big room, we all watch what we say because everyone hangs on our words and we don't want to say, too much or say something wrong or lead someone in the wrong direction. So, sometimes we have to think before we speak more.
True.
But other than that, and I guess would probably come across a lot drier in those meetings because I'm not there to have fun. We're there to,
So, Chatty, did you get the video yet?
What video?
Not yet.
Probably not. I don't know what video you're talking about.
You
Mm-hmm.
1 second.
Okay.
But how boring would life be if you had to be on point all the time?
Right.
Golly, come on.
Especially at work. Have a little fun at work. That's just how I am with work. She's got to have some fun just to keep her sanity.
I almost knocked my table over, and I'm not even drinking that much yet. it was my keys in my pocket hung on the table when I went to sit down. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. But I will say this though. A lot of times the people that want to put on airs and it's all about image. Their image is not good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people do not like them. They don't think highly of them. They don't want to hang out with them. You know.
True story. Be right back. Since we're not having any of this tonight,
Well, I haven't said that yet. I said maybe.
I can't hear you.
He gonna go put it away. When he gets back, I'll pull mine down. Give it.
What were you
5
saying,
minutes.
Chadio? About the video?
I didn't say anything.
That's Chadeo Drive.
Like rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that
Lori
time
called
I was on Chadio's stream. I was like sleeping during his stream, and then I fell down, fell out of the chair.
Mm.
You fell out of a chair?
Yeah.
Yep. No, that wasn't on my stream. That didn't happen on mine.
Oh, I thought it was.
Right, Mick?
Nope.
I don't know. He's like, I wish I could think before I speak. Laugh out loud. I don't know. I don't know if
Same
you
way.
have that ability.
No, he does. He just thinks faster than he realizes it. That's how
He's
Mickey
so
is.
funny. I don't know how he comes up with
Yeah.
half the stuff he does on a whim. Gamer too, and like people, those witty, quick personalities, like those quick thinkers. My dad was a quick thinker with comebacks and stuff and silliness. And
Frank goes the
yeah.
same way. You throw something at him, he'll just hit it, and it's just you're like, I just got defeated in 2 words. It's like, holy crap.
I mean,
It's
some
funny.
of that stuff though is like at work. You're in a different mindset. You know, I mean, it's you have to think down the road. You have to think bigger than the moment. You know, and when we're sitting here, we're just in the moment. So, whatever goes, and all that. But yeah, I mean, we have long-term projects that last over a year or two, and we have to make sure that we're on track and we do our metrics and we report to these big committees and they judge our efforts and all of this type of stuff. And when you get in that mode, you're sitting there and it's all about that one thing, like I have like 5 things on this big agenda, and when I'm focused on one, I'm focused on it, and then we move to the next, and all the way down. But my team members are there, and I have to make sure I get updates from them because when I'm sitting there, I'm the one that has to give the update, and I don't want to say something wrong and pin them down to something that, it's like a thought process you have to go through. But it's exhausting. I don't want to live that way all the time.
Right.
So anyway, this is what I got in Amazon for myself.
Nice.
Awesome. Logan,
Yeah.
if there's any consolation, man, you and Chadio had the most entries on the wheel of
It's all good.
anybody.
It's all fun, baby. It was all
And
fun.
neither of you guys got first, second, or third.
That's okay. That happens, man. It's all fun, man. Leading up to it is the excitement, and then it happens. You're like, it was fun. It was fun for the last 3 months.
Well,
That's
it
cool.
lasted.
When it started over again, so
Right. And we're now.
that's the thing. It's like, well, maybe in August or September, whenever the next draw goes. All right, we'll see what happens there. September. So yeah.
I just want y'all to know, I tried a few times to record my narration intro. I had to long write it out. And when I went through it, I changed the words in it, but it gave me something to like follow because I could not. I sounded like a very, very bad actor when I first tried to record it. It was not coming out like smooth.
That's why I can't narrate over
I
my
had to
stuff.
record
I
it.
just have to just let go. If I try to narrate, it's like it's so fake. And I see a lot of these YouTubers who just they narrate. You don't even realize they're narrating half the time. You're like, wait a minute. Okay, wow, that's really good.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it purposefully was not my normal speaking voice, right?
Yeah.
It was purposefully more like this type of a speaking voice. Enunciate everything, speak slowly and clearly, get the words out in this amount of time. And so it was less animated than I normally am. But it just sounded so robotic at first. And I had to record it like 6 or 7 times. And then I finally got where I would do like the first paragraph, pause, and then read the next paragraph, figure out how I'm going to say it in my head, say it. And then if something didn't come out quite right, I would pause and then say that part again. But it's so hard when you go in to edit it and you don't remember all of the little nuances where you were recording and you're cutting here and moving over here and doing this and all that, My thumbnail looks like, that's that little ooh thing. Good. I'm glad. Awesome.
So you're trying to be be a
Joe and I
narrator.
are supposed to be the
Right.
eye.
Nice, Phil. That's funny.
So Jody, you're trying to find out how you can do a narrator for your documentary?
Do what?
Well,
Hold on.
I love
said,
that.
Do you think you could do like a narrator for your show or something? For your
No,
documentary?
I did a narration sequence and what we did was we recorded us driving to Kentucky. We just took random driving shots, and then I picked one that was good. And I only needed less than 2 minutes of it. And I just did some narration to lead into the documentary.
I know you have family over, but just in case.
Yeah.
I'll send that just in case. You got 5 minutes, or I understand though if you don't. That's funny. It was the butthole that got me here.
Yeah, I know. And I thought about it when I was putting it together, but everything, like I went into Snappa. I pay for Snappa, and they have a bunch of stock stuff in there, like thousands and thousands of pictures. But
How
I didn't want to
spicy.
use some body. So I found this little statue.
Oh, you guys. He goes, that's why I clicked. I love buttholes. Hey, Robert. How are you?
I'm doing good.
No one else will say it. I'll say it.
Okay.
True.
Ahoy,
Howdy.
ahoy.
Boy.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy.
Mm.
Howdy ho.
Hey, that dog that Joe is holding weighs negative ounces.
At least, yeah.
That dog,
I think he weighs like 3 pounds.
I don't think so. I was
Little
sitting-
guy.
we were on his patio out back behind his house right up here. And I'm sitting in an outdoor chair. And you know how when you sit down, your jeans have like a crease, like, and they'll have like a part of your jean that's like not touching your leg. That dog jumped up on my leg, on my jeans, and didn't even press the jean to my leg. I mean, I didn't even feel that dog. I was like, is that dog floating? It's like
I'll be back on trauma like
Sneeze about 8 times. I hate when that happens.
That's a sweet little dog, though.
Yes, it is. No bean.
He just sniffing. Like, who are you?
He's sick, so I think he's sick or something, so he wants to just hang out.
Oh, that's your mic. That's what's happening, Joe.
Yeah.
Your mic on your headphone, every time you move, it's banging into stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Joe, what's your dog's name?
Bean.
It's what?
Lima, like lima bean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hercules.
Oh.
Yeah, don't blame me.
Zeus.
His name, we got him as a rescue, and he was named when we got him. So
His name Big Snapper.
yeah, I always thought that was kind of cool. The Chihuahua named Bean. He likes it. Huh?
Little Mexican jumping bean.
I've got a middle tuna. It is called what is it called? Woo. That's what it is.
You see what Phil started here?
Mm-hmm. Jesus, Mick.
Jumped on the couch.
I love you, buddy.
On the couch, and she just
We're gonna
doesn't
switch
get off
this.
lap.
There, I just switched brands. We on TBMA now.
Well, yeah, while I'm here, you probably should always have.
We're gonna talk about starfish.
Holy crap, man! The wind is whipping out there. Came home
Yeah,
just
your
in time.
mic. Why'd you put the headset on?
Lori's watching a movie in the other room.
Oh damn! Because your mic is like just keeps banging stuff.
Part of
My bowl looks like a dolphin blowhole. How you doing, all spicy?
Hello, spicy.
I don't really look at mine.
Oh.
Kiddo has my phone, I think. Hang on.
Okay.
Nope. It's over there.
Oh, that tastes good.
That bourbon cream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Tastes good. Too sweet though. I would not want to get drunk on that. Woo.
No, me neither.
Could you imagine? Golly.
Headache City the next day.
Oh my God. And that stuff's so thick, it's like it would be like throwing up cottage cheese through your nose.
You gonna be here for a while, or?
Yeah, probably.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna pop out. Well, try to be back later.
Yeah. I mean, we'll.
I gotta walk around. I can't sit too long right now, if you know what I mean.
I know that pain is right there.
Oh, that hot sauce, man. That was. I think that was the worst bubble guts I've had from anything. I was like, I was not expecting it to hit me like it did.
So Joe, does you
Later, guys. I'll be back.
dog eat any cat poop? You think?
Wookie eye wink. Oh my God.
Just asking.
Happy beautiful Saturday. Lori loves Montana.
Tell me you, Laurie. Happy Saturday.
I'm just glad I get tomorrow off.
Are you on? We put tomorrow off, Jody.
Well, I put a overlay. I mean, I uploaded the documentary. I'm calling it 95% done. But you know how when you build a house, the last finishing work always takes the longest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can throw the frame together. You can, whack the outside together. You can throw up the drywall. You can mud it, tape mud and all that, but all that sanding and painting and getting the trim perfect and all that junk, that's what I'm left with now. But I'm waiting, Joe, on that aerial shot. Sam said he was sending it to me Monday.
Okay.
Oh, hello,
Come in. They had Rye come in, and they're doing logistics on that shit right now.
I'm unstoppable.
Or something. He may not have said Rye, but he said they had a lot of grain to get out, like right now. And so he said he should wind down by the end of the weekend. And he would give me that shot. We didn't have a drone.
I wish we did, man. We could have got a lot of good pictures.
No, we could have. But if he sends me that, I mean, they had professional aerial shots done. So if he sends me one that's high res enough, I can zoom in on it and I can pan and make it look like there's a drone flying, you know. Oh yeah, Lori, it's only a minute, 2 seconds or something like that.
You John?
Dang it.
Lucky Uncle John.
Hey, John. How's it going?
And JV's here too. How about that?
Got friends over playing music, grilling it. Oh well, hell, what the hell are you doing on here?
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Right.
Yeah, I've done that. Like we'll set up a bonfire out there in Kenai, and we'll do music around the campfire. And anybody who's got an instrument or can sing or whatever, they just go and we sit around and party. It's so much.
Oh
fun.
hell, we let them go even if they can't sing.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. If they want to, they can.
Yep. Some of the boldest singers can't carry a tune in a bucket. Smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod.
Everybody can sing. It's just a question as to how well. You know.
They're like a cover band. They've got pop, rock, funky, disco, Mojo Town, hip hop, and country.
Okay. Is it all about Jesus?
Yeah. Yep. They're gonna be my my town, so I'll do that soon.
I only know one song about Jesus.
No idea.
Jesus was an outlaw. Moses was a Jew. No, wait. That's not how it goes.
Jemima was a bullfrog.
Well, no.
Good friend of mine.
This is a simple life with you.
Oh, okay.
Because the first part, I forget what the first part was, but Moses was a Jew. Jesus was an outlaw, just like me and you. Let love be our religion, because love is going to see us through. The next best thing to paradise is a simple life with you. That one.
Oh, I never heard that one before. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's good, man. Look it up. Simple Life is the name of the song. Or Simple Life with You or something like that.
All right.
I actually had another original song that I've been working on.
And the song I just sang has really not that much to do with Jesus. So, but that's the only one I know.
I actually got my new song to myself. Original song I've been working on.
I'll be back.
That's great.
I'm going for a smoke. I'll be back.
Oh, I remember how it goes. I remember how it goes now.
I think
Marley. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Marley was a Rasta. Moses was a Jew. Jesus was an outlaw, just like me and you. That's how it goes. Marley was a Rasta. Yeah. I just forgot the first part. I remembered it when I went and opened the fridge. For some reason, I saw like I had an epiphany.
Roses are red. Spaghetti is twisted. When Kathy turns up, she's gonna get fisted. What?
Oh boy.
I totally read that out loud too before I finished it. Oops.
It could be when Kathy shows up and read that, she's going to get pissed.
She might be lurking right now. I could just hear her. Oh, shut the fuck up, Mick.
Yeah.
She'd say something equally clever back at though. Yeah, she's quick like that too.
Oh yeah.
She quick
I'm not.
like that. She's smooth like that. Running to the computer to log on. I don't know, man. Kathy's a little cooler than that. Kathy's like, I'll get you later.
Yeah, she's definitely bold for sure. Don't take no shit. In all honesty, Robert was the rock star of my show last night. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Bet she's running on the computer to log on now, Mick. She is. Sex is evil, evil is sin. Sins are forgiven. So let's. Oh, Mick. I have a feeling he was probably the class clown back when he was in school.
You probably was.
He had to have been. Yeah. I got kicked out of class all the time for goofing around. All the time. I had to sit in the principal's office and out in the hall more than I did in class. Me and Mr. Williams, the principal, we became very good friends. I was in his office all the time.
I was in a principal office one time, and
Yeah.
I got in trouble laughing at everyone. And that's why they didn't like that. So,
Yeah, Lori talking.
Other people remember? I was uncomfortable back then.
Well, understandable. Those are awkward years for everybody, you know. It's a hard time sometimes figuring out where your place is, going to school and stuff. And kids can be just a pain in the butt. They can be mean to each other. Yeah. But no, I was always goofing around, like drawing pictures I shouldn't be, or talking to somebody, or passing notes, or blowing freaking spit wads through straws, anything, just just stupid stuff. And that's the type of stuff I would get in trouble for. I drew a Simpsons picture of one of my teachers and he found it and I got in deep shit. Hey, Roman.
What's up, Roman?
He's muted. We can't hear you. We see your lips moving. But we can't hear you. There, look who's here. Oh, it's a butthole.
It's a butthole.
I come back and she insults me. Damn it.
It was like,
I know.
Hello, Phil. How you doing?
Tucker.
What's up, Mer?
Hey, Phil.
Alton? What's up,
Just been busy taking care of my dog. Gotta take her to a training tomorrow.
Dogs are a big responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Hey Phil, did you hear my girl passed away?
Didn't know you do what?
Oh.
My Renee passed away on Monday morning.
What passed away?
My grandma Renee.
Grandma.
Oh, Grandma Renee.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that sucks, Fulton. Sorry.
Yeah. It's
That's funny, Bourbon. I saw that.
maybe you can pray for me and my family too. Hopefully that gets better.
Passing notes.
Yeah. Hey,
I feel
Lori.
like I just walked into a door.
Hey, Mark. How you doing, Roman?
Well, still a little groggy. I just took a little nap. Saturdays are for napping.
Yeah, right. Work all week. You earned a nap.
You'd think, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Sam?
Good. Good.
Bourbon, weren't you on earlier today? I thought I saw you up earlier today.
Oh, hell no.
Maybe it was yesterday. It's all an alcoholic blur. Anyway.
Well, I was on last night for a little while, but I finally dropped off because I was sitting here editing on Adobe Premiere Pro, and I was like, "This isn't fair to anyone. I'm ignoring y'all, and I can't." You know, my mind. I had the little blinders on, so I finally dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do much when you're live and you're hosting. You really can't do much other than pay attention to your live.
Exactly.
Oh, it wasn't my life.
I miss a lot of stuff though.
But
I
RB was on. Yeah, I jumped on an RB. He wasn't up on panel, but he was in the chat, so I kind of jumped over there for a little.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had
house.
family over today. My folks are up from Florida, so we got all 6 kids to come over at least one day while they're here, and we cooked out and whatnot. So it was a good day.
I saw your video on
Googly
TikTok.
eye. Your googly eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's the one I saw.
Yeah, my
That was
wife
cool.
didn't get the googly eyes because she had this by her face and it went
Yes,
and
she
by.
Of course.
Connie was totally giving
Oh
me
yeah.
the finger.
She was happy. She had nobody had any clue what I was doing, but that's just my wife, hey.
Yep. She's
You know
awesome.
me.
She knew you had something up your sleeve.
Always.
Naturally.
Mick, no.
Nick.
He is funny, dude. Goodness.
You
80.
gotta be careful
80
with
here.
Glory's home, Mick T. Just saying.
Glory hole.
It is hot as heck.
Hot peppers.
Yeah, see, the only thing I ever feel I got anything to talk about is either home life or work. The car business, man, we're all back down to nothing for cars again.
Wow.
81.
81 degrees right now.
In Alaska.
Where I'm at. Yeah. Where I'm at right now, it's 81.
Let me refresh.
It's been like this all week almost.
It is 72 here.
And it's just going up. We
What
might
time
hit
is it?
another
Used
record
to it.
high this year. It's 4:22.
Wow.
It's 81 and it's 4:22 p.m.
Yeah, it only got up to about 70 today.
It's 81 here in Colorado.
So you guys are all warmer than us right now. And it's 73 tomorrow, and then 60. Or I'm sorry, 73 is our high today. Our high tomorrow is 67.
That's not bad. That's actually comfortable weather.
Well, it's good. It's good weather for working outside, getting things taken care of, everything else. Unless, of course, it's doing what it's doing, which is raining tomorrow. So, what's up, Mark?
Yeah.
How you doing
How you
today?
doing, Mr. Great Shot?
Oh, I'm here.
Holy crap, man.
Finally cooling down a little bit here.
Oh.
What do you got there for weather?
Hey, Joe. My phone just said, "Hey, here's your recent trip to Franklin, Kentucky." It's showing Ryland's restaurant. It's showing Exit 2 Liquors, the place where we stayed. Holly J's bar. That's what it was. Holly J's bar. I mean, it's showing like everywhere we stopped. Like on
91.
the,
Holy shit.
on the
You
Google.
win mystery shop. Austin.
Oh,
Texas.
there's Waffle House, Dueling
It's
Grounds.
cooled down to 91.
Dang. Yeah, I was
The
going to say that
farm.
at this time, that's hot.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It was
hot.
hotter than that over here.
Our record high was 93, and that was like 3 summers ago. I think this year we might break that in July. It's gonna happen.
I think
Either
we're going
late
to break
June,
a lot of
early
records.
July.
I think we're going to break
Yeah.
a lot of
Give
records
the
for heat down here this
AC
year.
Doing a little.
What's that,
Yep.
bourbon?
Look at that. Yummy.
Well, that's the one we got from Story Time.
Awesome.
Oh.
So
Oh wow.
Very cool.
All right.
it's actually pretty tasty. I'm surprised.
Oh.
It was their pick, and Jepson's is known for Malort, which we all know is a joke in the
That's the tasty
community.
stuff.
I never had Malort, but I'll take everybody else's word for it that it sucks. But Malort is what MGP juice, so it can't. It's just.
Really? I didn't know it was that.
I think that's what someone told me. I could be wrong.
I've never tried it.
Well, it probably is. I mean, most of the reason that they say 95% of the bourbons are come out of Kentucky, even though there's distilleries all over the place, is because the other percent comes out of MGP. I mean, there's not a lot of distilleries out there.
Yeah, all the rest of it. I mean, there's
Well,
so
there's
many
a
MGP
couple-
brands.
Yeah, boutique or craft distilleries and all, but they don't produce enough to have a distribution. It's sort of like this place we visited. They distribute down to Nashville liquor stores, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise you have to go to the distillery to buy it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But that was my thing is I wanted to do a documentary on a young distillery that's like under 10 years old. And he got his license in 2013. So we were like right there,
Close enough. Has he got anything that he made from about that when he first started? Has he got any like the older product?
Oh yeah, but it's $500 a bottle because it's Founders Club.
Wow. Well, yeah, and it's very limited, huh?
Oh, extremely. But he had barrels 2 through 6 up on a rick in his place. Now they're small barrels. They're not the big 50, the big ones.
Yeah.
They're like the 25-gallon barrels or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So they're smaller, but they're up there, and those are still aging.
Really? Holy crap.
Yes.
Ooh. And he's in Kentucky?
Yep, Franklin, Kentucky.
Okay. Well, you can
35 miles north of Nashville.
Okay. I know where that
You know
is.
how Kentucky has a border, and then there's this dip that comes down?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they are, right there.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah.
I live just north of that is where I used to live. If you go north
And all that'll come out in the
west or
documentary.
east a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived up just above there, where the lakes were. If you're going Kentucky Lakes, I lived just north of that.
Yep.
I could be at the lakes in 15 minutes.
I guarantee you, if I come visit you, Mark, I'm stopping by there again. Because anytime I drive through there, I'm going to jot up and get some more bottles in and go. I'll bring you some.
Oh, for sure. Heck yeah, I'm always into trying something different. I just was talking to my brother a couple days ago, and he said it was a sad day. And I'm like, well, what's up? And he's like, I'm finishing off the last of my E.H. Taylor, and I can't find any more bottles. I haven't seen one for weeks. And I'm like, dang, I've looked around for it. I really hadn't seen much, but I'll look around at some of my little sources right around close to me, see if I can spot anything for you. And I went out today and found him a bottle.
Oh, cool.
So
The
that worked out pretty good.
easiest way to get E.H. Taylor, though, is to go to like Louisville or somewhere like that in Kentucky.
Yeah, for sure.
And they get a lot of allocated bottles at some of those, like Evergreen Liquors on Market in the Nulu district, and they're not overpriced. I mean, they're really not. They
Yeah,
price
I think.
fairly.
Let's see. I forgot what I had to give for it. $59.99.
Wow! Now you might pay 80 for it, at on Market Street, at Evergreen, but it's not that much overpriced. They're not trying
Yeah.
to charge you $4 for a bottle of EA Stale.
No, it's what is the average price? It's like about $50, something like that. 49 is the MSRP. Yeah, it's not too bad.
My thing though is E.H. Taylor. It depends. Well, it's with a lot of bourbons. It depends on what are you getting. Are you getting the small batch? Are you getting the single barrel reserve? Are you getting the cask strength? Are you getting what are you getting?
Shoot, I don't remember what it was. I think it was a small batch. Or shit, I don't remember. Does it say on the ticket here? Yeah, small batch. Set the 750.
Yeah, that's going to be the cheaper one. When you start getting into those single barrel reserves and things like that, that's where you get up by 130, 140 bucks.
Yeah, well, I spent more than that. I got my wife a birthday present. She likes tequila, so I got her. Some Camarina just for easy sipping stuff. That she keeps in the freezer for shots. But then I got her that Class Azul, the Reposado. Comes in a white bottle with blue decorations and all that on it. It's kind of an hourglass looking thing or something.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that was not cheap.
No,
that was like $190 or something like that.
Yeah,
I said, that's what you're getting. That's it. I'm
That
getting nothing else.
better tickle the tonsils.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But the Reposados are going to be more expensive anyway.
Sure. Yeah. That's one of the higher dollar ones that I've seen before. I mean, I like tequila, but I'm not going to spend that much on it for myself anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather have, I'll spend $100 on a bottle of like a uncut unfiltered or something,
Oh yeah, I'd go get a smoke wagon if I could find.
I just
smoke
picked
wagon
up the love that one. I just got the regular bourbon, I guess it is. It was the lower price one. I haven't tried it yet, so I got that one. Check it out.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
We gotta keep talking because I can't get E.H. Taylor or Smoke Wagon here. So you just keep talking about this shit.
It wouldn't do for me to live in Franklin, Kentucky, because I would be going to that damn distillery buying bottles. Every bottle on my shelf would be like,
Backups to your backups.
Yeah.
Well, it's good if you can actually stumble across some of that stuff occasionally, so you can have a backup,
Well, the problem is, after doing the documentary, and I will give my thoughts, because I'm going to set this documentary, once we're ready to go, I'm going to set it up as a premiere. It'll be my first premiere ever. So we'll have a live chat, but we'll be watching a documentary. It's 30 minutes long. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
It should be a premiere.
And,
I saw the teaser.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that too.
And that was 1 minute, but so you get 1/30 of the, but no, I mean, I'll give you my thoughts on it, when that thing goes live, because he's not going to be able to keep, he can go to the next size up, but if he booms, he's going to become not what it was at some point, because they can't, the boutique grain is not going to, you can't get enough,
Well, he is in between Kentucky and Tennessee. He can get some extra growers to grow for him.
No, well, yeah, but
I know one of the biggest growers up there. I can get talk to that guy.
8,000 acre farm that they're running out there. I mean, they can grow whatever, but it's going to be expensive, and it's at some point. I hope he can keep up with the quality, right?
Yeah.
Right now, he's in a sweet spot, and if he goes to the 1,200 gallon instead of what he's on now, or 1,600 gallon, or whatever he said he was going to go to. I forget. It's in the documentary. That step, he will still be able to get all of the non-GMO corn, the grade 1 corn, and all the right wheat and everything. They will still be able to produce that much.
Yeah.
But if you go one step above that, they're not going to be able to keep up with the demand.
Well, not locally, anyways. But like I said,
Right.
I know one of the guys up in Kentucky that he farms not only his farm but 4 or 5 other farms, and he's farming like hundreds of thousands of acres.
Well, yeah, because they said at 8,000 acres they were a medium-sized family farm.
Yeah.
For the area, and I was like, "Good Lord!"
Yeah. Land's a lot cheaper up there, especially than around here. Shit.
Well, they don't own they lease a lot of their fields, in the land. So, but they're managing, the crops from that lease and everything, and that it's theirs while they're leasing it. But yeah,
I got you. Yeah, they're seeding it and fertilizing and doing all the tilling and all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense, and it gives them a lot more control too. They can control what's growing and what kind of fertilizers they're using. For more organic or whatever.
Yeah. Well, since it's a small group, I will tell you one conversation we got into during the documentary is they're playing around. They're working with Kentucky University up there, and they're trying to grow rye in that region. And rye tends to like to grow in cooler climate, up north. And that's why you get a lot of rye whiskeys out of Canada. It's local grain, and the rye grows better up there. But they're running a lot of tests, and they're doing a lot of things with different varieties of rye. And they actually are growing some fields of rye right now. But Mark from Doing Grounds doesn't use rye. It's a wheated bourbon. He uses corn, wheat, and malted barley. And so he's able to get everything he needs from Walnut Grove, but it's and it's all non-GMO and all that. But
the only rye I remember growing back up in Kentucky was usually the winter rye. That was like one of the last crops that they would plant. Through the winter, it would come up first thing in the spring, and then they cut it in. But it was mainly just to, add nutrients back into the soil and get the rotation going again between that corn and soybeans.
Yep, and they do grow soybean, and he says in the documentary they grow corn, wheat, a little bit of rye because they're doing testing on it, and soybeans. And he said, well, of course, soybean doesn't have anything to do with bourbon, but the other grains do.
Yeah, soybean is just a cash crop, and it provides some good nutrients back in the soil.
We didn't see a damn soybean. I can guarantee you what Joe and I saw. We saw one little rye field. That's a little fuzzy, top rye.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it was wheat, corn, wheat, corn, wheat, corn, wheat, corn, wheat, corn, wheat, everywhere. It was just like miles of just wheat and corn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's funny like you can see
Arkansas too.
Yeah.
A lot of corn and stuff to Arkansas.
Arkansas, though, a lot of soybean, a lot of rice in Arkansas, and the cotton. And then there's, wheat and corn there too. But Arkansas
has the corn down here. I went down south to Port Aransas, and down it's basically just due south from me here. And I'm looking over, and they had grain sorghum growing, and then they had corn too. And I'm looking at the corn, and I'm like, it's maybe this tall. It's short, little bitty stuff. And I'm like, what the heck kind of corn is that?
Sure, that wouldn't
make. My friend was telling me that it's a specific variety they grow down here because of all the wind coming off of the ocean and whatnot. It stands up better than the normal, 10, 12 foot tall stuff back in Kentucky.
Yeah, there was a place north of my hometown, and there was a guy named Esau, ESAU, Esau. And Esau's corn was sought after. People would drive from states over to come there and buy his corn and take it home
Oh yeah.
because it was the sweetest bread and butter corn. It
Oh
was
yeah.
like really, really, really good. And I can tell you from experience that Esau's corn, because I grew up, I used to say I grew up 35 miles from Coonass because I was like in southeast Arkansas, I was like right by Louisiana. I mean, we actually had alligator farms around where I grew up.
Oh wow.
And we would get crawfish like right down the road, fresh and everything. And we had crawfish bowls growing up, but even though I was Arkansan, I wasn't a Louisiana boy, but I grew up on crawfish boils and Esau's corn, man, that was awesome. That's the way we would do our crawfish boils. And we would just take a big, yep, there it is. And
Yeah, I just cooked up some.
Adam.
Yeah, those big meat hatchets
last weekend.
The cleaver, big meat cleaver.
Hey, damn.
We would take that meat cleaver, and my dad could like nip the end of the corn, just nip the end of it, and then chop, and then pop the butt off of it. And then you had 3 nice little pieces of corn to go in the crawfish bowl. Uh-oh, I think Mark froze.
Uh-oh.
Either that or he is genuinely happy.
He is really happy. He's frozen with excitement.
Oh,
Hey, Roman.
I think he came back in again.
Maybe.
There he is.
Said my website.
How you doing, Sam?
Problem to shut itself off.
You were up here smiling before you came back in.
No. I don't know. The phone keeps cutting it off for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I checked the Wi-Fi and it's like 200 and something megabyte download and 12 up, so it shouldn't have any problems, but still does for some reason. It's weird.
Well, I will tell everybody right now, this documentary was supposed to be about like a craft distillery, and it ended up being about that, but also about the crops, the farm, the history of the area, all of that. So it morphed into something because you never know what you're going to get into when you're doing these things.
Good to see you, Adam. Trying to find. Yeah, I don't have a link for Adam though, or I don't have an email for him, so I asked Lisa to send it to me. Does anybody? Do you have Adam's email, Phil?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Okay. I've got it. I've got Lisa giving it to me. It might take her a few minutes. That's all.
Cool. We only have room for one more.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm counting correctly.
Yep.
Last time I checked, I could count.
Well, that's good.
Thinkers, man.
I mean, I'd hate to have graduated, in mathematics and not be able to count.
I can remember the old days. We'd have people waiting in the basement. I'd put myself in the chat. I talked from the chat while everybody was talking on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Used to have a blast doing that.
Sam, let me know if there's anything I can do for you, my friend. Adam, yes, your email.
It's time for everybody to start flying in this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up behind the CDMA sign.
I know. Good place to be.
Yeah.
How can Alaska be hotter than California?
I think
for
you should
days
do.
on end?
How can Alaska be hotter than anywhere south of them?
I
know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand where all this heat's coming from.
Nuclear energy.
Yes, Adam,
from-
I was going to send you a link
Yeah,
to come up.
Russia must be testing their nukes up there.
Yep.
You never know.
That's them Nuke Moose.
Fucking
They got
God.
Nuke Moose up there.
Yeah, I think they want Alaska back.
Oh, they will. Trust me. They will invade one day. They'll try to. They will.
I'll tell you what, these goddamn cottonwood trees are driving me crazy.
Sarah Palin's
Yep.
gonna be on her porch shaking her fist at.
There's crap in my garage.
Yeah. Sarah's
Oh yeah, cottonwood.
happy behind her big old wall. Her and Mom were friends for years, and yeah, she's an interesting lady.
You know, she would know if shit was about to go down, and she would probably end up in Orlando, Florida before.
Yeah, she'd be gone. She'd be in Arizona or Mexico or where the fuck ever. She'd be gone.
Let's go to Disney World.
You know the rules, and so do I. Say goodbye. Yep.
Yep.
Percy.
Well, we have room for 2 more now.
Yeah. He just lost Peppers again. Or no, he didn't.
Well, I was just wondering where RB was.
We lost Mark.
He was on last night over on Twisted. You know, and Twisted, she did some art for the stuff. He's mayor of that town, and they commissioned her to do some art.
That's twice. I give up. I'm sorry. Great shot.
Okay.
I only had a problem once.
Oh, Mick.
Man, when I come to visit you, evidently your internet's not reliable. I'm going to take PTO the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't have good internet here ever. You know, you had to pay for like HughesNet, the crap that they satellite and everything else. And suddenly, when they upgraded the lines, man, they must have upgraded them good because, again, I usually have 2 or 3 people here in my house gaming with Ethernet cords, and I'm down here with no cord at all. So, and I rarely lag or have any problems. So,
yeah.
I'm going to go to speedtest.net and check it right now.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to.
While I'm on the stream.
So, everybody have a good weekend, man.
All right.
You too.
We'll see you soon.
See you, man.
You too, later.
Take it easy.
Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. All right. 780. That's what I'm getting.
Oh.
780 megabits per second.
No worries, Adam.
I was getting 900, but I don't know why. You know, or 890, somewhere along there. Well, Joe hung out as long as he could.
780.
I have a gig. We have gigabit.
You got stuff going on.
Not exactly yet, but
I am going to mute. Well, I can't take you to the bathroom with me because my mics won't be here till Monday, but I'm still going to mute.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely make sure you mute, right?
Right? You need another repeat for what 3rd or 4th time? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, there you go.
You hear him.
Jody, you didn't. Very nice. Jody, you didn't mute.
That's a strong stream.
Thank you. Don't mess my hair up. Thanks. Bye.
Sounds like about 780 megabit coming out of that pisser.
You think?
It's not a gig. You're not getting what you paid for. Apologize to your wife.
Spicy. That's a
Got the
spicy.
video ready to go.
You definitely need a noise gate in the toilet. My pug farts kills plants. If she drops one in the car, my chicken nuggets come back to life. What the heck? Just scale my nipples. You are silly. Who in this stream can I shoot? What? Thomas said that? Oh, that's not good.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, Thomas is a naughty engine right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Make sure you wipe that seat. Yeah. I'm always having the seat in my house. Colin doesn't lift it. He just splatters all over. And I had to tell him 100 times, bro, put the seat down. You know, mommy sits down, you know, and he thought about it, just taking it off, but then I'd have to put it back on for me every time. If I was a man.
Or even
I put the seat up and I still wipe the whole thing down when I'm done anyway, just to be sure, because that shit splashes everywhere. Are you kidding me? We're men. We're disgusting pigs. We gotta take care of our women's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you tell them, Roman.
Well, yeah, you guys got your derriere smelling like
There is no.
us girls need to stick together. Yes, exactly, Adam. I agree.
Or if I don't feel like wiping the whole thing down, I'll just, there's no shame in my game. I'll drop my trowel and just sit down and pee. I don't care. Especially middle of the night when I'm groggy and tired. Just go stagger into the bathroom. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down, y'all. I'm gonna sit down and pee. I don't care.
Well, I'm glad I'm not. Well, glad somebody else does it.
What's up?
Weekend as well.
I know what I do. Put this on so you can hear what's going on.
You can kill me, or I will at least let you think you can. I'm good with it. Oh, damn. Love you, dude. Don't worry. We would miss you, Tham.
What's up?
I would.
I miss Tham. Tham's a good people, and him and his daughter are just.
All right. Is Daddy awake? Yeah. But have him get me some of my ass. See, Daddy will rub him with some of my.
Hi, Seth. Much love, dude.
Hey,
Samantha gets her tips.
Did Travis drop in the chat? Wait a second.
That was Seth.
Yeah.
And group came in like five messages before, I think. It says, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah, always.
I'm a little slow. When you do this on your phone, you can't see the chat, so you got to flip back and forth.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I stand here. I'm not ignoring the chat. I just have a lot going on, so I have to decompress. So I'll let her run the chat.
Sam.
Mick.
Behold, this is the most cursed profile ever.
Oh my goodness.
Only a breath in time we are, you're right. Pee-pee splashing his leopard spots and shit slides in the pot, or crocodile slides in this house. If I leave any of my girlfriend or says I gotta suck my own sausage. Yuck. What?
I don't know. Logistically, I don't think that's ever possible.
I think yeah. Dude, I wish that was a bargaining chip in my house. Fuck.
Yeah.
It ain't. It ain't. Here. I'm thinking about initially installing a urinal
bidet
in my house.
Thank you.
No, I've actually thought about urinals.
That bidet helps with spicy.
Yeah.
Adam.
I don't know where they're at though.
Yeah. Are you gonna
I'm not sure where they're at. Yeah.
Man, that was a lot of groceries I had to carry in.
Yeah, cut my hair.
What were you saying, Peppers?
I said that bidet would be great for hot challenges. After
Yeah.
Yeah, you just turn it. You just turn it on while you're sitting there.
But think of the
Or
back
during,
problems.
you never
Yeah.
know. During.
Right.
Because you know what? Yeah, you know what'll happen later.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
She's like, Mom, it's 81 freaking degrees and I'm floofy. What the fuck do I do?
Oh.
I filled up her pool with cold water and she's been waiting in it outside every now
That
and then.
dog is gonna shed like.
She's such a. I brushed her 5 times today already. She's so
Probably
floofy.
not enough to make a quilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her, if anything ever happens to you, I'm getting a fur coat out of it. I don't care.
I'm coming back as your dog because when I die, because boy, I'd love to be brushed 5 times. One
She
day,
loves
holy
being
cow!
She loves it.
I'm dealing with my stepdaughter got her wisdom teeth taken out yesterday.
Oh, dang.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
I'm dealing with that fun.
Yeah. How's she doing?
Well, I had to take a nap on the couch because she and my wife were sleeping in the bed together. And then she was sleeping on the couch all night, so I didn't have a place to sleep. So I slept in the garage again.
How old is she?
15.
Oh.
And then she gets the couch and the TV all day. So I'm like, I don't get to watch my TV. Fuck that. 6 o'clock, the Avs come on. I'm watching the Avalanche play. Not missing my hockey. It's playoffs, man.
Yeah. Sounds like what goes on in my house sometimes.
Yeah, the dude just gets kicked out. Like the guy, like I'm gonna have to install like a big screen TV in my garage so I can hang out here with y'all and we can watch the game together.
All right. Hey,
Your man cave. It's already happening there.
What kind of projector and screen I have? Because that's the easy way to go.
Yeah, it is.
True.
100 inches HD.
Hey, grab me one of those. I need for my room. Like a flat screen.
Do you have like a 30-foot room?
Yeah.
Because you got to put this projector back like a ways.
Oh, they sell short range projectors now.
Oh yeah, they sell them at like project up, straight up.
Oh man, come on.
But you got to have a special screen for that because my screen has a little pyramid like coming in straight, and some of the screens they're like droopy titties. They all the little things point down, so when it projects up, it makes it. I know that was droopy titty, whatever. They're looking at the camera.
Well, droopy titties are better than no titties at all.
There you go.
Sam, I want you to message me on Instagram, buddy. And we'll talk if you want to. I'm here. I just don't want you to feel cold right now.
You remember this one?
Yeah.
We love what you do, and I definitely do. You're a great friend. Just let me be there for you if I can. Okay?
Right.
Message me, please.
Love you too.
But yeah.
Stone wall through with a
I
trough at the
disagree
bottom.
on the titties. Yeah, we know.
Mark would say that because he has this pool with all this stonework around it, and everything has to be all beautiful. So his, why would you expect less of a urinal? I mean,
Now, Percy and Thomas are fighting. He's doing dialogue. For those who don't understand, Percy will do dialogue for Thomas and such. That Thomas will take it. And some of it's pretty funny.
Adam, I have to ask you a question because I think women can appreciate other women's beautiful breasts. And But can you? I mean, you made that little comment in the chat and whatnot. Can you not appreciate beautiful female breasts? I mean, I know mine aren't beautiful, but I mean, can't you appreciate beauty? I mean, because women can look at another one's and appreciate that. I think for the most part, it doesn't mean they lust after them or anything else like we do.
True. Some people though think boobs are not that great, just like other people think that male anatomy don't look so gorgeous. You know, like
Male anatomy doesn't look. It's male anatomy. I mean, why would anybody look at that and see love?
Yes.
I think men's balls are a necessary evil.
And they're even grosser than the thing that's above it.
Yeah.
They're just good for taint slapping.
I have many a time motorboated several female friends, but I've never led to so much as a wiggle. Okay. That's what
Yep, there you have it.
led to so much as a wiggle.
Not a titty guy.
Motorboated.
Yeah.
Someday I'm gonna motorboat Phil. I just haven't had a chance yet. One of these days.
Right?
Oh. Dude, I'd say that about Anne, but I'd be afraid she'd fucking smother me to death. I'd die. Those things are nice.
I'd die with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Burnt nerds.
Oh, time for a refill. I said one beer, but time for a refill.
Well,
One beer
it's
since
one
what,
at a
half?
time, Roman. It's one at a time. When I start double fisting the beers is when I'm like, well, I got like this much left in this can, so I'll go ahead and grab another one, and then I'm figuring out which one I should be drinking that of.
That's usually when I find one I left in the bathroom and I grabbed another one and then I went to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I got two now.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say about that.
Yeah. Roman, how about that when you wake up the next morning and there's that warm beer that you left over that you didn't finish?
Yeah, if it's a weekday, that's got to go back in the fridge, depending on how full it is. If it's more than half full, it goes back in the fridge, and I'll finish that after a freshie after work. But if it's a weekend, then I'm just going to pound that warm beer right there on the side of the bed before I even brush my teeth.
His double fisting made me cringe. Apologies in advance. Yeah, I would cringe too.
Adam, jeez, for a guy that doesn't like titties, you're talking about double fisting. What? Oh my goodness.
Well, double fisting to him means something else. So
what is he double fisting?
Over that.
Maybe he's
the back or the front.
Maybe he's a cattle semination expert or whatever they call them.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, my dog bit my other dog's freaking face last week. Bit him through his eyelid. It went through his forehead, down through his eyelid, and hit his eyeball. His eyeball's okay, but dealing with this eye injury. Poor puppy. He's walking around. I call him my one-eyed bandit.
Oh.
Poor little feller. I got to clean it out 3 times a day. It's looking better,
Nick.
but.
See, this is the Mick T can say like 5 words in context, and that's it.
Misty Island Rescue or SpongeBob season 6.
No, that's when the weed comes in. See?
Yeah.
It's not the beer.
Oh my god.
Speaking of beer, I need to have my first deal. Not for a long time.
Jody, I gotta get going for a little bit. I gotta take Sky on a walk.
All right, you do that.
Back
All
to
right.
Jody.
What the hell is Misty Island Rescue?
Misty Island Rescue or SpongeBob Season 6. Well, it must be something really bad. Because if it's compared to SpongeBob, regardless of what season, I have no idea what season of what. How many seasons does SpongeBob have?
I don't know. You got a computer in front of you. Google Misty Island Rescue, somebody.
Fucking Google that shit. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, be careful what you Google, right?
Hey, it's either like as bad as Two Girls in a Cup or The Simpsons. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get.
I mean, this is a guy that's got a butthole as a thumbnail, so
It was a stone butthole. So
Ew. Like somebody posted something yesterday. It was like, don't search for Gary Oldman and leave off the R.
yeah, Gary Oldman.
okay, and to some people, that would gnaw at them until they actually searched it. But I don't like blowing up my phone, so I won't.
I get the best phone calls when I search for stuff like that.
Well, don't anybody on the panel or in the chat Google or do a search for JohnnyKnoxville.com. I put that in our group the other day because that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw that link. I did not click on it. I know who Johnny Knoxville is, and Johnny Knoxville, he likes to get naked and.
Well, the funny part is it was available, and Steve O bought JohnnyKnoxville.com for like $2,700, and then he made a Johnny Knoxville website.
That's
what's funny about it.
Oh, so Steve O is running Johnny Knoxville's.
I mean, bottom line is you see something, it happens, and then it takes you right to Steve O's website.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the fact is very funny.
These are guys that used to throw bowling balls into each other's crotches.
Oh, they're still doing it. I mean, they had a professional bowler, Jackass 4.5. They had a professional bowler, female bowler. So, not quite as hard. Throw a bowling ball at Danger Aaron's crotch with a cup on. So, a few times.
At least he had a cup on. Oh, the worst one was who was in the. That was Johnny. He was in the bubble with the mask on, and the big fat guy farted into it.
The mask and the fart.
Yeah, he was in a bubble. They put him like they aired up this big thing on his head, and he was like trapped in there. And they the guy put the funnel to his ass and farted.
Well, I remember that being Steve O.
That was Steve O. Yeah, that was Steve O.
And Preston farting in the funnel, and Preston actually shit in the funnel.
Yes, he did. He sharded in the funnel.
That's all different.
Yeah, that was brutal.
That's
you can all up in there. See, I don't know, man.
But if you have Netflix, you can see Jackass 4.5, which is the stuff that didn't make the movie. I forewarned, there's a lot of cock and balls. There's a lot of cock and balls in the movie, but there's even more so in 4.5. And if you like that stuff, Adam.
It's all natural. It's natural.
Well, if you Google, go on YouTube and look up the video, the 10 stunts that Steve-O declined that he wouldn't do. Did you watch that? You see the one with the binder clips?
Yes.
He wouldn't put binder clips. He wouldn't let binder clips snap on his nuts. It doesn't seem that bad to me. Like I would totally do that.
I don't know, man.
No, it seems pretty fucking bad. And when he declined that, he was still doing drugs. So
Yeah, and but I put vice grips on all kinds of parts of my body, so it doesn't seem that bad to me.
That's good.
I have not seen you put them on your nuts. Now, there's a difference between the sack and the nut.
Mm-hmm.
You can clip the sack under the nut. That doesn't hurt that bad. A little. But you get you get the
Yeah, once you've raised a couple of kids,
you're involved and you in pain, man.
once you've had a toddler and you're holding them up on your lap and they just start stomping and you feel like your fucking nuts are turning into mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Yeah, once you've done that enough, I'm not really scared of getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh no, I had to catch my daughter one time. My dad was asleep on the couch, laying back, and my daughter ran, and she was little, ran and jumped on him, and knee first, right there. He goes,
Oh,
and he woke up and just tossed her in the air, and I was like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, dad nuts are a thing.
Yep. Older you get, the saggier and better target they are.
Yeah.
Have you ever sat on your nuts?
Oh yeah.
No.
It I think it's only happened once, but yeah, that's not a good feeling.
We were in a hotel in Franklin, Kentucky, and I don't know, and the doorway to the bathroom, and I told my dad, I said, if it missed the toilet by an inch more, it would be an inch and an eighth. 'Cause it was barely missing the toilet on the way in. And the toilet was like real small circle, like the little bitty one. And that's the one when you go to sit down, you hover and you make sure they're not stuck to anything before you lower them into the tiny circle. You got to shake them tail feathers.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised at how some parts of the day everything can be up like almost like you don't have nuts, and other parts of the day the same bunch of equipment is hanging, 3-4 times lower than normal.
Yep.
That's right. It's the best temperature regulator on Earth.
Yeah, right.
The problem is riding a bicycle when it's hot outside. That's when you sit on your nuts.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they have these sticks in like up north that they put on the side of the house, and when the stick curls up, it's supposed to mean something. When it curls down, it means something else, like humidity or whatever, barometric pressure, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were in Alaska right now riding a bicycle, I'd be worried about my nuts.
Mankini. Well, yeah, Bill.
Supposed to have tight nuts in Alaska. It's supposed to be like 55 degrees. What's going on?
Wow. Fucking no nuts.
Yeah, I used to send those stickers out quite regularly there, Adam, and yeah, they're that leaves a lot to the imagination. It really does. So, as I recall, when I took that picture, my nuts were in a resting position, not a hanging position. Just saying.
That's why the sticker is from the belly up. It's not
the sticker. Yeah, the sticker.
Bang.
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, sorry.
I think I may have a Mankini sticker over there somewhere, but it's in that corner. It's in the lost sticker corner.
Yeah.
If y'all forgot about it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I think I have one of those.
Yeah, I don't get any requests for those stickers anymore. Not that I got any requests for them before, but
That one's on my retired motorcycle helmet. And it's still there. I rode it to the bar one day. And people were asking about it. I'm like, who the hell's on your helmet? Like, it's my boy Phil. Everything's spicy. Check out his channel. Want to have a good time?
1-800-Phil.
And then he put my phone number on the bathroom stall wall.
Well, that's not the only place.
Well, yeah.
That's why you always carry a Sharpie. Always carry a Sharpie.
Always carry a Sharpie.
For a good time, no.
All right. I'm gonna grab another beer because that's what I do when I drink 12-ounce fucking beer. I gotta keep going all the time.
That's funny when you're doing a live stream. You're drinking a bunch of beer. You're getting up every so often for a beer. You're getting up every so often for a pee. Beer, pee, beer, pee, beer, pee.
Yeah. I hate it.
That's why I put the refrigerator right next to me. Now, if I could put a urinal on the other side of me, I'd never have to get up.
That's right. Let's go.
That's right.
You get one of those pee tube things. You can just piss while you're sitting down.
Yep.
Just like you're at the ball game. Tuck it into your sock.
Yep.
I need a catheter bucket and a mini fridge right here. I would never have to get up.
Nope.
There you go. Cut to a bucket.
I just don't want to pull the catheter back out. Well, I don't want to put it in to start with. But,
I don't think I'm capable of inserting a catheter. I don't think I could insert a catheter into another human being. I think that would be frightening to me. I would not want to do that to another human being.
Well, you got to think of it as a medical procedure, which, of course, as non-medical procedure people, we would have a hard time doing that. What's up, Mark?
Bro, I'll reach in and grab your
I'll try
artery
it
and
again.
stop it from freaking bleeding, but I'm not going to put a catheter in you. I swear to God.
I'm not touching your wiener. is basically what he's saying.
I'll slice your leg open and stop your freaking artery from bleeding in your thigh and hold it with my hand until somebody who knows better than me gets there, but I'm not going to put a freaking catheter in. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Can't bring it. Can't bring it to myself.
In the military, we had like the self-aid buddy care and stuff, and they said take their military ID and put it over the wound if it's a sucking wound. Remember
Sucking
that?
chest wound.
Yeah.
And we're going through all that, and I've been there several times, and this is like noob in there, and they're like, whatever. And they're like, after they went through the whole thing, they're like, how often does that happen? And I'm like, all the time. Look, you want to see my scars?
Yeah, we had
I don't know.
We had a plastic thing in our first aid kits for sucking chest wounds.
I never met a single person that had a sucking.
I mean, it sucks if you have a chest wound, but it doesn't actually mean it's sucking.
It isn't even sucking, But I have to go pee.
What did I tell you?
Stick your finger in it. Plug the hole.
Well, it depends on how big the
So Phil, this is the book I'm reading today.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Destroying planets.
Is that Buzz Lightyear on there?
Yeah, it's just like you. It's just like you.
I got you.
Because the new movie is coming out.
I got you.
You know, Buzz Lightyear's not a real person, right?
It isn't. No.
That'd be Buzz Aldrin. Yeah, that's a real person.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Those gas prices are going back up.
Well, do me a favor. Pull my finger. I'll give you some gas.
Oh, I'll give you. All right.
Won't charge you anything.
Nope. Because here it's
Free
like
gas.
$44.89.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's
I've been
$4.99
paying
here in Richmond right now.
$5.19 for diesel.
Yeah, diesel up here is like $5.50, I think. But
yeah, I've seen 5.30 something, 35, 5.35, 5.39, something like that here.
Yeah, we've gotten up to.
I saw one place right up the road from me though. They had it for just over 5, like 5.05. I'm like, I'm going there tomorrow because as much diesel as I'm going through with the truck, and then I'm pulling a skid steer behind me, and the skid steer sucks up around. If I'm using it hard all day, it'll be I would say around about 20 gallons a day. So.
Oh, that gets expensive.
Not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled out my moped.
No, you didn't.
No, but I wish I did. I wish I had a moped. It would be hilarious.
Just get one of those manual scooters, you know.
Well, I have my hoverboard.
Your hoverboard, there you
go. If you get a scooter, you got to get a Vespa. One of those pastel blue Vespas with a little front. I can just see Roman like cruising down.
Thanks a lot. You know, the other day I was at the bar.
Yeah, going over to Cadio's house.
And I was talking to some dude at the bar, and we were having a good conversation. And he looks at me and he goes, "Are you gay?"
What?
Really?
I was like, why would you say that? He's like, yeah, I just wondered, are you gay? Like, dude, no. I got multiple kids and multiple divorces. I've lost so much money over the years.
Doesn't mean you're not gay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
My first question would be like, am I putting off gay vibes?
Well, that's what I asked him. I said, why do I seem gay? He's like, I don't know. You're just extra friendly and nice. You got a nice smile. And I'm like, oh, okay, I figured this out.
So you're
we know who's got purty lips. I told you.
You got a purty mouth.
Yeah, we know who's gay in this situation.
Good old Colorado.
Clearly, that guy was, and he was there with his wife. I'm like, all right, you looking to swing the other way? What are you reaching for here, bro? You ain't gonna get it with me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'll take a lot more beer before I become gay.
Yep, you're not getting a ride in my Mustang anytime soon.
I mean, it's not gonna, it's not gonna take any beer. It's not enough. No.
Whatever. To each their own, you know. I mean, that's the way I look at it. But
if they're happy, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I don't care. I mean, it didn't bother me, really. I mean, I've had other people come up to me and, they're like, man, I would have punched him right in the mouth. I would have punched him right in the mouth. Some shit like that.
What?
I'm like, why?
Well, asking a question?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's fine. I mean, it's not like he tried to stick his dick in my ass.
Right.
I mean, you know, there's you know, there's a line that has to be crossed, right, before you get violent, and that line was not crossed.
Now, if some dude said, "Hey, man, are you gay?" and I'm like, "No, not really, not at all," and then he started running his hand up my thigh, saying, "Are you sure?" Now you gotta. There's some personal space being invaded.
Right.
Here. You know, we're gonna have to have a different kind of chat, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't pull the Bill Clinton on me.
Yeah.
He was all right.
You didn't treat your asshole like a humidor?
I gotta put my cigar somewhere. I just needed to store my cigar for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the guy
in the
was there
chat,
with
what's
his
Percy talking about?
guy was there with his wife too. I'm like, he was hammered when I got to the bar. He's one of those guys that hangs out all day at the bar sometimes and just, you know, those guys. I go in, I have 3-4 beers, and I take my ass home. I ain't hanging out at the bar all day. That's fucked up. Although with my daughter being in her current situation with the whole wisdom teeth removal and being in pain and having to take over the TV in the house and everything all evening, I'm seriously considering going to the bar to watch the Avalanche game tonight, which is on right now. I actually need to go turn that on.
Well, here's the deal, Adam. I don't care if some guy comes up and says, "Hey, you know what? You look like my type." And if I go, "Hey, trust me, I'm not," and they go away, that doesn't like I don't care because those dudes are like fighting an uphill battle anyway. Because there's like the percentages are going to tell a story, right? So I don't have any problem with somebody bold enough to walk up and ask. But when you say, no, I'm not, then they, oh, okay, that's cool. And go, oh, I don't have a problem with that. Because, but, you
I
don't
reckon
have
I'm
to
not
be
pretty
putting
enough because
off.
they don't ever ask me.
Well, you don't even have to be putting off vibes. And I'll tell you this, I went
I'm
with
not
my
even
buddies.
manscaped enough.
I went with my buddies one time to a gay bar, and it was like we were with the females on the team, and they took us to like this like country like guy gay bar, and then we went to like the mutual like the inner thing whatever club, and wasn't nobody looking to get laid anyway. We were just there to have a good time. The oonce 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 music going on or whatever,
Yeah.
But we go into this like countryside, and we're just getting warmed up. It's like between 7 and 9, we went to this other bar, and we're sitting around, and John, 40, he's sitting over there, big fucking teddy bear with a big beard and everything else, and he's getting hit on, and I'm sitting across the table like, the fuck's wrong with me?
You chopped liver, baby.
I'm chopped liver.
Yeah, they don't hit on me. I don't know. Apparently, I don't have the manscaped appearance enough to be,
I get it.
metrosexual or whatever.
Dude that was hitting on John, he was like he looked like a bear. He was a biker like looking dude, like scruffy everything. And he never said a word. He just sat there the whole time.
Rough.
And I'm like, I would not. Just appearance only. I would not walk up and punch that guy in the chin because he can grab you and snap you. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, big and a half.
Over there quiet the whole time, just looking like a big, like burly guy. And then somebody started saying something, and he was talking to John. I couldn't hear any of that shit going on. And then somebody cracked a joke or something. He goes, like, But before that, he was like, he could have been like, what's up? And it wasn't nobody messed with this motherfucker, So you can't really tell by appearance.
I'll tell you what, I had a job once, and we had a really big burly guy that was gay, and every like 3 or 4 months or something, he'd take us out to this gay nightclub. And I mean, I never got hit on so much in my whole life. I'd get out on the dance floor and this guy would rip his shirt off and be dancing with me. I was there with my girlfriend. It was really awkward. But I'll tell you,
Yeah.
you're going to get the strongest drinks you ever had in your life. The strongest, cheapest drinks are in the gay nightclubs. You go to a gay nightclub, man, you're going to get hammered, man. I'm telling you, I ordered like a Jack and Coke, and I swear to God, this guy took, it was one of those skinny glasses. What are those called?
Flute?
Anyway, he filled that thing like 3/4 of the way up with Jack, and then bloop, just a little squirt of Coke. And he's like,
Splash of
$4. He's like, $4. I'm like,
Damn.
$4? What?
Yeah, highball glass.
Yeah, highball glass. That's what it was. I was like, oh man,
Yep.
holy shit, they're gonna get me hammered tonight. I don't know what they're trying to do.
This all kind of reminds me.
I remember there's one gay bar down here in Austin that I've heard of. It's called Oil Can Henry's. Oil Can Harry. So that's the one gay bar that I know of down here. Although there's probably more, I guess there's a decent population of, gay and lesbian down here. I don't know. I know I had one friend that was a lesbian, but other than that, most of my friends are rednecks.
Gay redneck.
That's what I am. I mean, I'm just an old Kentucky redneck. Shit.
So all this kind of reminds me of a joke that I heard the other day. So, what do you call a woman who sleeps with 10 guys?
My ex-wife.
A whore, right? Something like that. Slut, whatever.
Right.
What do you call a guy that does the same thing?
Stud.
Gay.
Oh, guys. Right. All right, gotcha.
Dun.
Yeah.
Gay stud. Probably more like it.
Gay stud. Yeah.
He's getting him some.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Hell, I guess now you can tell them you identify as a unicorn or something,
Oh, I'm trying to clear emails on my phone. So my Amazon order. I order too much shit from Amazon.
Exactly. I gave my wife my membership for Amazon Prime because now you can share that, and that was the worst thing I ever did because now we have to fight over whatever comes in. It's like, is that for you? Is that for me? Is that for yeah?
Yeah. Look at the name.
I buy anything hardly on Amazon before, but
following up, blah blah blah.
What was the last thing I got from Amazon? Probably my cell phone, my wireless cell phone chargers.
Oh, geez, looking at the chat. Boy, Adam.
Something on the front porch. I'll be right back.
Adam, I would have yanked that dude away from there too. Sorry, bro. That's crazy. Fortunately, I don't get hit on because when I go into the bar, I put on a nasty vibe, so everybody stays away from me except my little good friends that I know. Other than that, I put on a nasty vibe. Some chick will walk in, some hot outfit or whatever, and sit next to me. I won't talk to her. I won't look at her. I'll take a peek here and there, but generally just nasty attitude. Like I'm taken. Make it obvious you're taken.
Yep.
See, Adam, that's always something that's screwed up. A guy or girl, you take a girl in the bathroom and screw her, she ain't worth nothing. You take a guy in the bathroom and screw him, ain't worth nothing. Anybody that's willing to just go into a restroom and have sex ain't worth it.
Nope.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's in the shower, that's different.
Well, restroom at a bar is what I'm thinking, or a club.
Yeah.
Right. If it's a home, bathroom,
Yeah, home
shower. I
bathroom's a little
mean,
different story.
we've all done that. I mean, come on.
Well, it's different. I mean, you're in
But
a
not a bar restroom.
Yeah,
Fuck that. That's
you
disgusting.
can't do it. You can't do a Blumpkin in your bedroom. It's got to be.
I
in the
went into
bathroom.
one restroom in a bar, and I saw a guy blowing another guy because they took the door off the stall so they could make sure people weren't doing that stuff. And there was a dude blowing another dude right in the stall in the men's room, and I was like, nope, go and use the ladies' room.
No,
and I did. I went and used the ladies' room because there were no ladies there.
What's up, girls?
Pray for me. Hopefully, I'll get better.
All right, Fulton. Have a great night, man.
Good night, Fulton.
Night.
See you, bro.
Conversation went the wrong way for Fulton to be hanging out.
Yeah, it kind of did.
He's got us on speakerphone. His mom can hear, so
we'll let him figure it out. Sometime. We'll just let him figure it out.
All right.
it's the world we live in, unfortunately, or whatever. I mean, people should be happy. I shouldn't say unfortunately because people should be happy. So
yeah.
Yeah, do what you want. Do what you need to do. I'm not one to judge, and I'm not one to care.
The people's business.
Yeah, Adam, his mom is a church lady.
Well, I mean, there's people like that, but I feel sorry for them. You know.
So,
all right. Yeah. It reminded me, I had something coming from Amazon, and they delivered it. I had to go out there and get it.
Well, what'd you get?
Oh, I got a disconnect switch for the skid steer. It's got a key.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
A disconnect switch for a skid steer.
Yeah.
You just said so many words that 90% of the people in this, 90% of 7 people don't know what the hell you just said.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's true.
It's this.
Right.
You hook positive battery terminal, and then from the positive, and then it breaks it, so you can shut it off like that. Pull the key out, and then nobody can start the vehicle without the key to turn on the positive terminal. Keep somebody from stealing it. I mean, they could still steal it, but it's more of a pain in the butt. You know, you gotta disconnect some stuff and wire up weirdness and everything else. Which
all
is
you gotta do is cut and wire them together and boom.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just more of a deterrent. But you know, if they get in the cab and go, I got a key for this, and go to turn it on, and nothing happens. They go, oh well, hell, the battery's dead. Piss on it. You know. So
yeah,
more of a
keeps the honest people out.
Yeah, keeps honest people more honest. You know.
Yeah, I went to a bar one time. I had a buddy after work. He's like, yeah, come on down to this bar with me. He's a guy I'd known for like 3 years. I was like, all right, cool. He seems all right. So we went down to this bar, and this bar was like 50-50, half gay, half straight. I didn't know what was going on in this bar. Anyway, we had a couple drinks. I bought him a couple shots, and you know, this was when I was in my early 20s, so you know, everything was, you know, wide open, and that's when I started looking around, and I started realizing there were a lot of gay people in this bar, which I'm fine with. I don't give a shit. But then he went to the bathroom, and he was gone for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour. And I'm like, where the fuck is this guy? You know, he invited me out for drinks. We only had like 2 drinks, and he disappeared for like a half an hour. Finally, he came back, and he was all fucked up. I don't know what was wrong with him. And I'm like, and he drove me there, and he was supposed to drive me home.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, shit, dude, it's time to leave. You're fucked up. You're fucked up. We need to leave. So we walk out of the bar, and he's like, I'm like, where's your car? And he goes, oh, it's right across the street in that parking lot right there. And I go, oh, yeah? What kind of car is it? And he told me what kind of car it was. And I'm like, your car is not there, dude. Your car's not there. I'm sorry. I take it back. He wasn't going to drive me home. I needed to make sure he could find his car and get his ass home. I didn't give a fuck. But his car wasn't there. We walked across the street. We went across Colfax Avenue, if anybody knows Denver, walked across Colfax and downtown and 6-lane road, and we went to find his car. No freaking car. I'm like, dude, where's your car? He can't find his car. Can't find his car. So we walk back across the street. We walk around and we're going back. I'm like, all right, I guess I got to take you home. So we walk back across the street and we're walking around the bar, and this big dude, this big African American man who was probably 6'4", and he was wearing like all leather, which was hilarious. He was wearing like all leather, and it was like, okay, but he was huge. Anyway, my man, who was hammered and on God knows what drugs, just ran into him on purpose. And dude was like, "What the fuck you want, little white man?" And he's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass." N-word. And he was like, and I'm standing back like, is this really fucking happening right now? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to beat your ass, N-word. And he's like, oh, you little honky, I'm going to freaking blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, please take it easy on my friend. He's hammered. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's on drugs. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Please take it easy on him. Please don't destroy him. And he just took his head and just bounced it off the concrete wall one time, knocked him to his knees. And he's like, you motherfuckers get out of my neighborhood. And I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will. Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
So I picked this piece of shit up off the street and I threw him in my fucking car. I'm like, all right, let's get you home. Well, the whole time I'm taking him home, he's reaching over and grabbing my hair and just yanking on my head.
Oh,
yanking as hard as he can while I'm driving the car. I'm like, motherfucker, you stop fucking touching my head. You don't fucking touch my head while I'm driving. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. He goes, fuck you. I can beat the shit out of you. You ain't got nothing on me. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. I'm like, all right. So I pulled off to one of the side streets, and he's still talking shit. I'm like, if you're gonna keep talking shit, I'm not gonna fucking take you home. I'm gonna leave you right here. I don't give a fuck. And then he talked shit, and I got in the windowsill on the passenger side and was like, can you shut the fuck up? Can you calm down and I can take you home? And he reached up and grabbed my hair and yanked my fucking head again. So I reached in, grabbed him by his fucking neck, and I pulled him out of the car. I threw him on the ground. Then I picked him back up by his neck, and I bounced his head off my hood like 3 times. And I'm like, are you going to calm the fuck down? Because if you fucking touch me again, I'm like, I'm trying to get you home. I can leave you here in this ghetto neighborhood where you use the N-word all the time, which is probably going to spell the death of you tonight. Or I can take you, home. And finally he got back in the car. He grabbed my hair one more time on the way home, and I punched him in the mouth. He came over to my house the next morning. He comes over to my house. I don't know how he got there, but he knocks on my door, and his eyes swollen shut on one side. He's got bruises all over his face. His nose looks like it's broken. And he's like, dude, can you help me find my car? I'm like, dude, no, I can't help you find your car. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I dropped you off at home. You can go fuck yourself. You and I aren't friends anymore. Well, I closed the front door. Next thing I know, I'm looking out the front window. He hops the little fence. It was one of those little split rail fences. Hops the little fence, gets in my neighbor's car, and I see him rummaging through my neighbor's car.
The hell?
I'm like, so I ran outside and I grabbed him and I threw him on the fucking ground. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You robbed my neighbor's car? You need to get the fuck out of my neighborhood. I'm going to follow you out of here. Well, the last time I talked to that dude, but that was weird.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
weird. So Adam was asking earlier what happened to my wall of names when I redesigned my studio, because as you all know, back in the day, I had the names I used to white right up on the wall. So I went to my placards and I found some stuff. I found
Bah. Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
I used to hang up on the wall. I don't know if he's still here or not, but you know, we back in the day we had Peppers in Kentucky living there.
Yeah.
Peppers Country Club. We had that. Back in the day, Adam wasn't Adam JB Games. Adam was actually Adam JB Chef.
Yeah.
And my brother, who's been around for a long time, because I had to keep digging until I found this one. My brother Roman too. So I used to, you know, these got all the little holes. I used to have those hanging up on the wall behind me for all of my members, and I didn't get rid of them. They're just outside the room. They're there just in case, in case someday.
I'll be right back.
But
see, I'm trying to wait until I have to pee before I get another beer.
Well, see, I just made a mistake when I went out there and did that. I went in my basement. I went over there and I might have let up. I tooted.
Yep.
And my daughter and her friend were 15 feet away from me. I never even saw them when I went out because the basement lights weren't on. And it's like I can hear giggling as I came back to the room. It's like, yep, they were standing right there.
Yep. They got fumed.
They thought it was funny.
Oops. It's good that they cut it.
You got
Roman's pissing on.
There you go.
Screaming on.
Mute that shit, Roman. And you got to fix that exhaust fan. It's a little crooked.
Is it?
Yep.
This
You don't
is
have to
the
fix it now.
Nobody ever comes into my basement. I don't even know why I have a basement. Honestly, I need to get a smaller house. Ridiculous.
Well, you got to have a place to go when everybody takes over the rest of the stuff.
That's me down here.
That's Motel 6.
Man, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. We only have 3 people on the eyeball and 4 people. Well, 3.2 in chat. But it's about to be 2.4 because I got to go pee.
Yep.
And then I'll grab a beer.
I'm going to go watch hockey, so thanks for having me up, Donnie.
All right, man. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff. If everybody drops off, I'll just go back to editing video. I mean, I'm here because it's a hangout spot.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to run then too, so I got to go
Been
pee.
fun
And
hanging out with you guys.
So,
hey, you too.
See you, Jody.
All right,
for having me up.
Always good.
See you,
Take
man.
it easy, boys.
See ya, boys.
Boys. And now it's just me and a dig guy. All right. Well, we're going to end this broadcast and see what the hell else is going on tonight. So, for everybody who's still watching, we're going to drop off of here because it just died in our lap. So, that's cool. And I'll get back to getting my documentary ready to go. Been fun, been real fun.